Okay. Because yesterday it was my birthday, and my kids made a special surprise, and we celebrated all together, and that's
I
it.
went skiing yesterday, teacher.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy late birthday.
Yeah. Still, I'm in the mood of birthday mode, Uh, so where did you go, Daphne? Mountains, or
Yes, to mountains.
is it close?
No, it's not close, but you have to have like in order to travel across cities, you have to have the sign in to an hotel, rest there at least 1 days. So
How far
yeah,
is it from your home?
not that much. It takes 2.5, like more than 3 hours, a little bit more than 3 hours.
So it's like 200 kilometers.
Yes, something like that.
Mm.
Around.
Oh, I see. That's good. So,
Actually, we're gonna go next week again too. But yeah, my dad he used to ski a lot when he was a kid. So I started learning how to ski when I was like very young, at least age of like 7 or something. I was at the first grade when we first went to skiing. So I know enough, but I wouldn't call myself like a skier. And I like hot weather a lot more than cold weather. Like I like snow, but I like to play with it. But when you ski, it feels like as if you're sort of flying. So I like that feeling.
yeah.
Not it's not very enjoyable when you go like 50 kilometers per hour from the top of the mountain to the other one, just rolling sometimes halfway.
50
But yeah,
kilometers per hour, really? That's
yes.
fast?
Teacher, I couldn't control myself, that's why.
If 50 is too fast.
Yes, I shouldn't be going that fast. So I rolled over the halfway. I shouldn't be trying out for the black or the blue
Hmm,
one. Maybe blue one, yes, but not the black or the red one.
I see. But you didn't actually share any pictures. Sometimes you can share pictures in a group.
I actually did share them in my like what was it called? In the WhatsApp there's like this status. Yeah. I shared it there actually.
Good.
A few photos on my
Yeah,
Instagram
sometimes
too.
if you have nice pictures, you can share in our WhatsApp group. We can have a look. Right?
Okay.
Actually, I think, and if not everybody uses Facebook, but here we can share some pictures.
Teacher, I think everybody uses Instagram. I mean,
Not
come on.
everybody. Still, I know people they don't use. I mean, maybe the people they use, but still, I know a lot of people they don't use. So, but
Yes,
I'm
I
an
know.
active user. I'm a very active user because I have a lot of students. I want to keep in touch with them, so that sometimes they just say, "Hi, Mr. Kasim, how are you?" I know actually his or her face, but I don't remember their name. At least, but Facebook, I can remember their names when they post a picture or something. That's
Teacher,
why I
the
said,
only reason I use Facebook is like they have birthdays there. You get reminded of them.
good.
Or else I don't open it at all. I got sunburned for some reason while skiing because there's like a lot of light coming from the ground.
Yeah,
Teacher,
it is a
there's
long
supposed to
time.
be
I didn't
25
see the snow.
questions, right? Teacher, 25 questions for 1.5 hours. We did
Uh,
one. Teacher, we
Defna,
did one
Musa,
officially.
Ibrahim, today we are going to practice a little bit lower level with you, okay, to just again to get more to gain some more confidence, self-confidence that you should have a feeling that you can do these questions, okay? And after that, as I told you, we need to practice first S1, S2 questions, and a lot of questions are similar, but S1 are a bit easier maybe. Now I'm expecting that you can solve all these questions without any mistake. Not all, at least 20 questions you should be able to solve this. Okay, this is not your level. One level lower than your level. Okay,
Teacher,
so
I know that like I've done a test like this. So you start off with 15 marks. It's like you don't start off with 0. So if you have like a question that you can't really understand, or like you're not sure of, it's better to skip it rather than like, just choosing the answer that's the closest, or like writing something that you think might be wrong.
Yeah, simply if you are not sure, if you are not solving the question, if you are not 100% sure about the answer, you should just skip. Why is it so? Because as a teacher, for example, we really want to see the students level, okay? And otherwise, if they just guess, because one time, it's maybe this happened 2 years ago. Every year we actually give scholarship exam to the students, okay, and also it's multiple choice questions. Who actually gets highest scores actually get scholarship, full scholarship. And one student, she was a girl actually, she also gained get scholarship. And I asked, how did you get this scholarship? Because in my class she was not so good in math. And I said, how do you get scholarship? And she told me that, Mr. Kasa, I'm really good at making a guess. Okay, I just guessed and got the scholarship. And maybe some students, maybe I don't know, they have some kind of different feeling or intuition. I have some other students in different group, they always make a guess. I tell them, do not make a guess, try to understand. And still they make a guess. Some people like this. Anyway, so Defna, Musa, Ibrahim, let's start this. Okay, let's just do this a few questions. I mean, I'm going to give you a very short time, only 1 minute, so you should be able to solve these questions at least until 1 to 10. Okay, so quickly, and tell me the answer. Okay, if possible, write your answer in the chat box. Let's see. If your answer is correct, give 5 points to yourself. If it is incorrect, 0. Let's see how many points you can get. Okay, so 1 to 15, we are going to solve in this way. And after that, we will have some discussion and solve the problems and finish today's class like this. Okay, so let's start with
Should you
this.
send it to everyone or just like you?
No, just to me, not to everybody. Okay, now let's just do this together. Defna, what is your answer to this question? Musa, Ibrahim, Sona, you can tell me
One,
your answers, but no cheating. Musa, what is the answer?
one, one.
1. Defna, it means C, right? Musa,
What?
is
E.
your answer C, Musa?
Yeah. E.
Defna,
E.
E. Ibrahim,
I found E.
E. Sona Mirzaeva, welcome. We have just started. Sona, what do you think? What is the correct
Hello.
answer for this question? Huh?
I am just reading the question. 1 second.
1 second.
No, it's
Okay, 1.
0. No, it was the
B,
no the
D. Okay. So anyway, the correct answer is D, right? Why? Because it says
right.
find the least possible value of x squared. X squared is always non-negative, right? And between -3 and 4, we have 0 here, right? Also, x can be 0. Now from here, if it is 0 squared, which is equal to 0, if it is non-negative, the smallest possible value of this expression is 0. So when x equals 0, that's equal to 0. So the answer is D. Okay. Next question. Okay. You have 1 minute for this question. Write your answer to the chat box.
Oh, I found the answer.
Yeah, leave your answer in the chat box, Sona. Let's see, Sona, your answer is correct. Let's see.
Yeah.
Ukishim,
Can I have a Play-Doh?
can you have what?
Can I have a Play-Doh?
Potato?
No. Play-Doh?
Play-Doh. You go ask mommy, okay? Okay, Musa. How about Daphne and Ibrahim? Time is up.
Is it D?
Okay. Daphne, no answer?
E.
E. Daphne, what is the answer? E or B?
E, teacher.
E. Why?
Because odd numbers.
Okay, that's the keyword, right? A lot of students, they don't read this. It says the odd number. All the numbers which are divisible by 6 and 7, they are actually multiples of 42. And all multiples of 42, they are even numbers. So we don't have any odd number that is between 1 and 100. So the
No,
answer
teacher,
is,
and if you just look at the like the answers, there is not a number that's like not that is odd. So like you just have to choose that.
okay. Actually, we have only two numbers, right? It is 42 and 84, and both numbers are even. So we don't have any odd number between this. Okay. How about this question? You have 1.5 minutes for this, okay? Think and write your answer in the chat box. Adikush, close the door, sir, please.
I got the popsicles.
Close the door.
I
20 seconds. No answer, Daphne. Why, Musa? Is it so hard?
I just can't.
It's not the way I thought it, but I'm going to answer it.
Sona, how about you?
Honestly, I'm very confused.
46?
It is confusing since the sequence turns into like
It's 46?
Everything goes fine until 5, but after 21, it just confuses a lot.
no. In 21, there's something else, but I think I've seen sequences like that.
Yeah.
Teacher, is it possible there was a sequence that it was a little bit longer, given as an example, but it goes like subtraction, multiplication,
But
and then
Ibrahim is telling the correct answer. Ibrahim, how did he get 106?
Okay, I will tell you one second.
I was gonna go for that since it was D.
So we have 3 and 1, multiply them together, and 1 add 1. So 3 with the multiply.
So you
of
multiply,
1,
actually we start with 3 and 1, right? 3 times 1 plus 1 is
That's
equal
right.
to 4.
Yeah.
And 4 times 1, the previous term, plus 1, that's equal to 5. Now again, we just multiply 5 times 4 because multiply the previous two terms and add 1. And multiply the preceding two terms, right? That's 4 times 5 plus 1, that's equal to 21. So So the next one will be the preceding two terms, that is 5 times 21 plus 1, that's equal to 106. So usually when we are solving this kind of number sequence problem, we should be able to see the rule, okay? That rule means how can we express this? How do you describe this rule? The rule here is start your number sequence with 3 and 1. To get the next term, add the preceding and multiply the preceding two terms and add 1. Right? Like for example, I'm starting with A and B, right? And to get the next one, multiply A times B. Uh, let me actually not like this. I can just define like this: A1, the first term, and the second term is A2 dot dot and AN, right? So what is AN? AN is the what is it? The product of the preceding two terms, that is AN minus 1 times AN minus 2 plus 1. That is our rule. So every sequence usually it should be able to be described in this way. So what is our rule? Start with 3 and 1, and after that, to get the next term, just multiply the preceding two terms and add 1, right? 3 times 1 plus 1, 4. 1 times 4 plus 1, 5. 4 times 5 plus 1, 21. 5 times 21 plus 1, that's equal to 106. So the answer is D. Ibrahim, well done. You have 1 star. Every time our kids, they bring us stuff from school and they are so happy. So I will give you 1 star. Next question, very easy question. You have 1.5 minutes for this question, okay? Think, and if possible, write your answers in the chat box. Okay, so now let's see, 40 more seconds. Musa, how did you get 7?
No, yeah, I see my mistake. It's 6.
Okay, time is up. Sona, your answer is correct, but Musa, you sent me wrong answer. Because if both answer, I mean, n and 18 over n are positive integers, this n must be the factors of 18, right? So what are the possible values of m? That is 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. How many possible values? Only 6. Otherwise, 18 over n cannot be a whole number or positive integer. Okay, let's move to the next question. Okay, you have 1.5 minutes for this. Read it well and write your answer. We did this before, a similar question, but here they are asking different way.
Hey, no.
Ibrahim, are you sure?
Yes, I think so.
You think so? Why?
No. I should.
Any answer?
E.
Oh, Ibrahim, Musa, both of your answers are E, but they are not correct, I think. And Daphne and Sona, no answer. Anyway, actually, you know this word, right? Palindromic number is a whole number that reads the same forward and backward. For example, 1 to 2, 1 is a palindromic number. The question is, how many 5-digit palindromic numbers are there? If you remember, how do we actually construct or make palindromic number? These are 5-digit number, right? When you read from the right to left or left to right, it must read the same number. So that means that for the first digit, how many options do we have? We have 9 options, right? Because since we are talking about 5-digit number, I cannot write 0, but I can write 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 options. The second number, it can be any digit, right? Usually, how many digits do we have to make a number? 10. So here we have 10 choices. And for the middle, it doesn't matter. I can write any digits. So that means that here also we have 10 choices. But here, since it is palindromic, the second and the fourth number must be the same, right? So the fourth number is just a copy of the second digit. So here I have only one choice. I cannot write different number from the second digit, right? And also the first one and the last one, it must be the same. Also, I have only one choice here, right? Because whatever I write here, also I need to write the same digit in the last digit, in the last place. So here altogether, how many? 9 times 10 times 10. So altogether we have 90, not 90, 900 5-digit palindromic numbers. So that is 900s. Okay, Musa.
Yeah.
Good. And that's how we solve this. Another question, 1.5 minutes. Have a look. And if you have any answer, please leave it to the chat box.
Yeah, can I trouble you? Can I trouble you? Yeah, I want to trouble you.
Daphne, you should be able to answer this question. Yeah, why are you quiet? Are you tired?
Not about that, but did you, by the way, do you know we just did like a test?
I heard that. How was it? Easy?
This one. No. I mean, I couldn't manage to do all the questions because time was so little. Like they gave us 2 hours for 40 questions or something, but it was still not enough for me. And yeah, well, I had quite a bit of chaos. For example, the first time I did it, they said like I couldn't do it. They said that they didn't receive it and stuff. So yeah, it was quite difficult.
So that's why it's a kind of preparation, definitely. That means that actually they're just telling you, look, you're going to have similar exam. Okay, see your level. And it's a kind of mock examination. Okay, so how much you are ready just to see your level. If you think that now the questions are hard, that means that you need to practice more questions. And they don't usually ask very easy questions. They don't ask standard questions. And because this is standard math Olympiad, it's not so high level, but that is harder than standard questions. Because standard question at school, if you know the formula, some steps, you can do this. And Sasmo questions, if you do not think differently, you cannot do the questions. And most questions are a little bit tricky questions. Anyway, how about this question? Sona, Ibrahim, Daphna, Musa, any answer?
I found the what's like this figure means, but I didn't have many time to like how to say to multiply them.
What is your answer? Did you get any answer here, Musa?
Y equal like I show like this figure is equal to xy, y equal 1, x equal 2.5, and now
No, no,
I
no, no.
show
Here, what is your answer? A, B, C, D, E. What is your answer here? Did you get any answer?
not yet.
Not yet. Why so? Anyway, let's do this together. Now, actually, in math, also, that is one topic. It's about operator, right? Or simply operations, okay? And it's a kind of, what is it? Puzzle questions. So here, we should be able to see the pattern, okay? Using these 2 digits, how we are forming these new numbers on the right. Okay, so if you just look at the first number, let's look at the first one. Okay, and here we have 1, 5. On the left hand side, we have 3 and 2. Using 3 and 2, how can I form 1 and 5? But here, as you see here, 3 minus 2, that's equal to 1. And how about the sum of these two numbers? It is 3 plus 2, that's equal to 5. Now, how about you write these results side by side, okay? Then here we have the first one is 1, the second one is 5, then I will get here 15. Now, if I apply the same rule to the second line, here we have 5 and 3. The difference of 5 and 3, right, that is 5 minus 3, that's equal to 2. And the sum, 5 plus 3, that's equal to 8. Now, if you write this number side by side again, here we have 2 and 8, that is 28. It works. How about for the third one? So that means 1 minus 6, that's equal to negative 5. Excuse me. And how about the sum? 1 plus 6, right? That's equal to 7. Again, if you write this number side by side, negative 5 and 7. So here we have negative 5 and 7. But actually the key word here, key point here, if you read this as negative 57, then you cannot see the answer, okay? Just write the 1, 5, 2, 8, negative 5, 7. And how about the last one? 4 minus 9, that is equal to negative 5. And 4 plus 9 is equal to 13. Again, if you write the results side by side, what we have here? Negative 5 and 13. So the same rule applies to all of these questions, right? All of these expressions. So now actually we can draw the conclusion here that also the same rule must apply to this. So here we have then 5. Actually, here we have diamonds as 7, right? What is it? 5 minus 7. 5 minus 7, that's equal to negative 2. And 5 plus 7, that's equal to 12. If you write these numbers next to each other, here we have negative 2 and 12. What is the answer? The answer is D.
I
Okay,
think
Musa,
I
definitely,
under
Ibrahim, son. Any questions?
I think I understood apparatus wrong way. I think I didn't even how to say like learn them because we didn't
Yeah, actually,
like.
Musa, usually we do not teach at schools. This is not a school topic.
Hmm.
Okay, that's why here we are just defining something new. Okay, using this definition, can you answer the question? This measures your understanding skill. Okay, if something new, can you learn this fast or not? Palindromic number, for example, you never learn this at school. Okay, a lot of questions, Sasmo, actually you're not, you're not going to learn them at school because these are non-routine questions.
Mm. I saw
Okay.
like this diamond was like this was a multiply like 3 multiply x multiply y multiply 2 and this is number. I saw like something like this.
Yeah, but some topics it's taught, of course, like geometry, it is taught at school, but some questions you never see at school curriculum. Okay. Anyway, let's move to the next question. How about this question? All right, let's do this. Also, give a try. Okay, this is also tricky question, but very easy question. Okay, and give a try. Let me give 1.5 minutes. Okay, read the question and do it and tell me your answer. After that, we will discuss together. Any answer, Musa, Daphne, Ibrahim, Sana?
No, I had the answer but they didn't give them above.
What did you answer?
It's like 40.44.
40?
Mm, 14 14.44.
14.44.
Yeah.
You made a mistake somewhere, Musa. It should be 28.88.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you multiply by 2, I think maybe it's in some division. It must be
Yeah,
20,
yeah.
28.88, right?
Yeah, formula, my formula was wrong.
Okay, good. So here the question is, all right, I think if you have already read this, Now let's say this piece is A and this one is B, this one is C and D, right? We are just rearranging these pieces to make this square. So this piece is, as you see, this B, and this one is, it is A, this triangle part, it is D, and this part is C, right? And since by just rearranging, we are forming different thing, that means that the area of this triangle, right, it must be equal to the area of the square. These areas must be the same. So what is the area of the square? It says that the length of the square is 19 centimeters. So that's equal to 19 squared. That's equal to 361. Is it 361? 19 squared.
Yes.
Yes, I think. And how about the area of the first one? Since it says that it's an equilateral triangle, right? And the height of the triangle is 25. So the height of the triangle is 25. If I just draw the height, that is 25. And how about one side of the triangle? Let's say it is A. Okay. Now what is the area of this triangle? It is 1 over 2 times A times height. That's equal to 25. So now if I form the equation here, then 25 over 2 times A should be equal to 361. Or A is equal to 2 times 361 over 25. That's equal to 28.88. Because actually denominator is 25, right? It's not so difficult to divide this. Just multiply numerator and denominator by 4, and we have 100 in the denominator, and the answer is 28.88. Now in the question, it says that find the length of the triangle correct to the nearest whole number, right? Correct to the nearest whole number. If you just round off this, right, 28.88, that is equal to 29. So the answer is 29. Okay, Ibrahim, is it clear?
Yes.
Good. Let's move to the next question. All right, guys, you have also this early tricky question, but beautiful question. Give it a try. Okay, let's discuss this after 2 minutes.
Mama, can I throw boy?
Ibrahim, can you read the question first?
Mama, let's go throw boy.
Okay. Some people are standing equally spaced around the circle, and there were numbers starting from the number 1 in a clockwise direction. If the person number 13 is directly opposite the person number 40, how many people are there?
Good. That's the question. Start. You have 1 minute and 50 seconds exactly.
No. Hey. Mama, let's go. Mama, I want to shopee.
Ibrahim, that's not the correct answer. Musa, is your answer E?
No, no, it was like the past, past one.
Okay. Okay, good.
Mama, let's go.
Sona, can you explain why your answer is D?
Honestly, I am not really sure myself. I just added them. That's it.
Hmm.
That
Ibrahim,
was the only option I found.
hmm. I thought 54 looks more beautiful for you. That's why you chose 54.
Not really.
Also, 52 is a beautiful number. Also, 50, 56. Daphne, how about you? Any answer?
Teacher, I don't think I have an answer.
You don't think
The
you have an
reason I
answer?
say that because I am trying to find it, but I can't come up with. I came up with like a close sort of. The answers they're like all like right next to each other. They're not like different numbers.
Okay.
They
In
don't
this
have
kind
them
of
close,
question,
so I
definitely
can't
sometimes
use them.
usually in math in general, okay, if the question is hard question or very complex or complicated or whatever it is, okay, so we need to just think of one simpler version of this problem, okay, or we just call this analogy, right? Analogy means similarity, similar question. So what question is similar to this? Okay. So simply, Musa, you said D, it is a wrong answer. Okay. So if I just actually draw our clock, for example, how actual numbers are placed, okay, their positions. So this is our clock, all right, beautiful clock. And here at the top, we know that we have 12. Here we have 9. At the bottom, we have 6. And here we have a 3, right? So here we have, I can just write here 1, 2, 4, and 5, and 7, and 8, and 10, 11. So Sona, if I ask you, what number is opposite 1 here?
Oh, what?
What number is opposite 1?
Oh, is it gonna be 7?
Very good. How about opposite 2? It is 8, right? Opposite 10, for example, it is 5. Opposite 11 is equal to 4. Okay. So now, as you see here, the biggest number here is 12, right? And opposite 12, here we have 6. The sum is, what is it? 12 plus 6, that's equal to 18. And right after 12, here we have 1, just opposite 1 here, right? We have 1 plus 7, that's equal to 8. Or 2, opposite 2, it is 8, is equal to 10. And blah, blah, right? So as you see here, if I increase this one, and this one also, we are increasing 1, right? And now from here, using just this analogy, in the question, we are saying that, okay, here we have the biggest number. Suppose that in the room we have n people, right? So we have 12, right? Opposite 12, what we have here, half of 12. So at the bottom, then here we have, what is it? N over 2. Okay, but here it says that if the person 14 is directly opposite the person 40. So that means that here we have person 14. Let me just write here. It is opposite 40, right? So now if I just move this to 1, for example, okay, I want to come to this 1. How many units should I move this backward? It is 13, right? So actually it is minus 13. So here we have 1. And also this 40, I should move this 13 units down, right? So here we have 40 minus 13. It will be, what is it? 27, right? So now opposite 1, we have 27. That means that before 27, what number comes? It is 26. So at the top then, what is n? N is equal to 52. So in the room, we have 52 people. Sona, did you get it?
Yes.
Musa, how about you?
Yeah.
Good, guys, that's it. Okay, this actually in this kind of questions, you better draw a clock and what is a pattern here? What's going on here? Then after using this analogy, you can answer this kind of questions. Another question, let me just give you a break 1 minute. We'll do this together and you will try the next question. In this question, it says that if the 5-digit number, and this one is a 5-digit number, is divisible by 8, right? Find n. And what numbers are divisible by 8, Musa? Do you remember?
No.
Actually, every even number is divisible by 2, right? If the sum of the digits of the number is divisible by 3, it's divisible by 3. If the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 9, it is divisible by 9. Anyway, about 4, if the number formed by using the last 2 digits, if it is divisible by 4, then it is divisible by 4. Anyway, but how about here? 8, if the number which is formed by the last digit, 6, 7, and if this one is divisible by 8, then the number is divisible by 8. And if you wonder why is it so, because of this reason, just simply we are using this one, 4, 5, 6, 7, and, right? It's a 5-digit number. I can write it as 45000 plus 67n, right? And this part is 1000. 1000 is divisible by 7. For the whole number divisible by 7, also this number should be divisible by 7. Number 2. Now again, actually, for the number to be divisible by 8, it must be an even number, right? Odd numbers, we don't have any odd number which is divisible by 8. Divisible by 8 means that it must be divisible by 2. Okay, so that means that what are the possible answer for n? Maybe it is 0 or 2 or 4 or 6 and 8. Okay, just I will check this now. How about if it is 0? 670. Is it divisible by 8? 67 is 8. 8 times 8, 64. Subtract, it is 30. 30 is not divisible by 8, so it cannot be equal to 0, right? And how about if it is 2? 6, 7, 2. Actually, from here, I can see now, if it is 32, right? It is divisible by 8. So it is divisible by 8. By 8, it is again 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Subtract, it is 3. 32 is divisible by 4, right? So dot, 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 the value of n is 2. Which one is it? Is equal to 2. Now, what is the next number? It will be actually 680, right? So the only number between 670 and 680, which is divisible by 8, is 672. Okay,
Yeah,
good. And also another
it
thing
was
is
like,
from here also you can see this because we know that 600, right? I can write it as 600 plus 7n. This 600 is divisible by 8. How do I know that? Because it's just 3 times 200. 200 is 8 times 25. Okay, and that's why what number is divisible by 8 between 70 and 80? That's just 72. That is another solution. Anyway, let's move on to the next question. Ibrahim, you should answer this question. Okay, read it and tell us the answer. What's your answer?
Okay. A big cube is made up of 27 small cubes. All the faces of the big cubes are then painted. How many of the small cubes have exactly two painted faces?
Ibrahim, did you understand the question?
Yes.
Good. What do you think? How many cubes? A big cube, right? Actually made up of 27 small cubes. By just actually assembling these 27 cubes, we made a big cube. Now, for example, this part, if you look at here, the first one, the second one, right? And here we have the first one and the second one. If you look at here, for example, that's the first one, right? And also that's another one, right? And also here we have the one and another one, right? It continues. Also here we have one, right? Also here we have another one. And also here we have one and two. Anyway, here it says that all the faces of
Is
the
it
big
12?
cube are then painted. How many of the small cubes have exactly 2 painted faces? Exactly
12.
2 painted faces. How many?
12.
12, right? Because here we have 1, and here we have 1, here we have 1, here we have 1. So at the top 4, at the bottom 4, and also here we have 1, 1, 4. It is 4. So that the answer is 12. Good. How about this question? Find the maximum number. Actually, the figure shows a circle with 4 points on its circumference. Each point is joined to every other point by a line called a chord. The chords divide the circle into 8 regions. Find the maximum number of regions formed by the chords for a circle with 5 points. Actually, there's a formula here, but we are just going to draw and get the answer. So here we are given a circle, right? And I just 5 points here. That's the first point, and that's the second point. That's the third point, and this number 4, and this one is number 5. Okay. So how many regions we can make joining this? So I just start joining this. That's the first one, and the second one, and third one. Anyway, just we need to actually draw our polygon, and after that it is, what is it? Diagonals, right? The first one and the second one. And we need to just join these points. And can I join these points anymore? No, right? That's it. So now if you just count, how many regions do we have? Starting from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 plus, and inside 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So here we have 11. That's equal to 16. So the answer is 16. What do you think, Musa? Do you agree with me, or you can get more?
Is I'm thinking.
Okay, good. Sona, can you read the question? Let's do 2 more questions, and I'll finish the class.
Oh yeah, the product of two numbers is 10,000. Neither of the two numbers has 10. Yeah, neither of the two numbers has 10 as a factor. Find the difference between these two numbers.
Okay. Maybe if I give you some more time, we can do this, but here we are running out of time. Let's just do this together. 2 questions, at least you get some idea. It says that the product of two numbers, right? I don't know these numbers, so here it is A times B. That is equal to 10,000, right? It says that neither of the two numbers has 10 as a factor. That means that 10 is not actually 10 is not its factor. That means that 10 is not divisible by 10. That means that the last digit of A is not 0, last digit of B is not 0, right? Find the difference of these two numbers. So the question is, what is the difference? I don't know which one is bigger, so let me just write here like this. Okay, the difference. So to do answer this question, how can I do that? If you just actually write this 10,000, for example, write the first find prime factorization of 10,000. If you divide this by 2, right, it is 5,000. Divide by 2, 2,500. Divide by 2, 1,250. Still divide by 2, it is, what is it? 6, 2, 5. Now divide by 5, it is 125. Anyway, divide by 5, 25. Divide by 5, it is 5. Divide by 5, it is 1. Anyway, so what do we have here? Now this 10,000, I can write it as how many 8s? 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, here we have 4. 2 to the power of 4 times how many 5? 2, 4. 5 to the power of 4, right? So if I just actually write this number in different form, for example, let's say 2, give 1, 2 to this number, we will have 2 times 5, uh, which is 10. It will be, 10 will be a factor of this number. But in the question, it says that none of the two numbers has 10 as a factor. So the only way to write this number as a product of these numbers under this condition is 2 to the power of 4 is 16 times 5 to the power of 4 is 625, right? So 16 is not a multiple of 10. 625 is not a multiple of 10. So what is the difference then? The bigger one is 625 minus 16. That's equal to 609. So the answer is 609. Okay, Musa, Defna, Sona.
Okay.
Okay, guys, that's the last question. Everybody give a try and we will finish the class, okay? I will give you 1.5 minutes and let's see if we can do this correctly. All right.
Actually, I
Musa,
think I
the
found it.
huh?
I think I found it.
What is it?
I found it as 6, but
6.
yes.
We don't have 6 here.
Yes, that's why.
Find the smallest whole number n for which 108 n is a multiple of
Oh
300.
wait, there's 3 too. That makes 10. Okay. I totally oversaw that.
So this one is
3.
36 times 10, right? So what is it? This 3n, it must be a multiple of 10. The smallest number is 10. Right? Okay. So the answer is 10. Okay. Okay, Musa, Defna, Sona, thank you very much. If you made any screenshot from the
Thank you.
exam, if you have this, share with me. Let me have a look. Okay, if it is nice,
Yeah,
I can actually make it a nice slideshow and we can have a discussion on our next lesson. Okay, good. Bye. Thank you very much. Have a good night. I will see you on Wednesday. Okay, see you. Bye bye.
thank you too. Goodbye. Have
Thank you.